Welcome to Module 5, Create an Online Course A to Z Masterclass. Now, you've planned, priced, and prepared your online course. Now, it's time to deliver in a way that keeps your students engaged, motivated, and excited to learn. In this module, we'll explore how to foster active participation, build community, and ensure your students achieve the results you've promised. By applying these strategies in this particular module, you will create a dynamic learning environment where students feel supported every step of the way. Let's dive in. In section number 1, we'll talk about creating a supportive, student-centered environment. We need easy access to help, open communication. Make sure your students know how to reach you or your support team for technical issues or content-related questions. Response times clearly state when you or a team member will be available. For instance, let them know you will respond to forum posts or emails within 24 hours on weekdays. The best practice example, you might dedicate a specific channel or email inbox for student questions. You can label it support or ask the instructor. This keeps inquiries organized and prevents them from getting lost in your main inbox. You must have clear guidelines and expectations. Set the tone. Provide forum or community rules on day 1. Outline respectful behavior, what kinds of posts are encouraged, and any topics that are off limits. Consequences for violations. If someone repeatedly breaks the rules, be upfront about how you will handle it. Example, you can issue a warning, temporarily suspending access, or in extreme cases, you can remove them from the course, even if they paid. Pro tip, keep rules simple and positive. Focus on what to do, encourage one another's ideas, ask clarifying questions, share relevant personal experience rather than just what not to do. Active presence and encouragement. Lead by example. Regularly check in on discussions, share relevant insights, and celebrate student milestones. Your own enthusiasm sets the pace for the entire group. Motivational messaging. Use short video messages, voice notes, or weekly emails to give shoutouts to top contributors or highlight common questions. Key insight. Now, when students see you actively engaged, you are more likely to feel connected to the course and motivated to participate. In section number 2, we're going to talk about driving engagement and discussion. Structure your forum community. Organize topics, break discussions down by module or team. Example, module 1 Q&A, success stories, peer feedback corner. This helps students find information quickly and reduces repetitive questions. Learning versus social spaces. Now, a social lounge or water cooler. Thread lets students share off-topic interests, success story, or fun memes, strengthening the community bonds. Here's an example. If module number 2 covers market research, you can create a dedicated thread where learners can post their research findings or can ask for feedback on survey questions. Also, use icebreaker activities. They can introduce themselves, encourage each student to post a short bio or an intro video, ask them to include fun facts, personal goals, or why they joined the course. Creative prompts. What's one unique skill or hobby most people don't know you have? If you could travel back in time and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be? What's your number 1 goal for this particular course? Now, why this works. Icebreakers set a friendly tone, reduces initial shyness, and helps students feel more comfortable sharing and collaborating. Next step is to set up a Q&A discussion board. Centralized help. A Q&A board keeps all course-related questions in one place. Students can search past answers before asking a new question. Now, peer-to-peer support also encourages learners who've mastered a concept to respond to their peers' questions, right? And this builds confidence and community spirit. You must encourage interaction with course content. Polls and quizzes. Post brief polls to gauge student sentiment and how confident are you feeling about this module, or quick quizzes to recap key concepts, opinion-based question prompt debates, or discussions that invite various perspectives. Example, what do you think is the biggest misconception about social media marketing? Guest experts. Consider inviting a relevant authority like a colleague or industry specialist to host a short Q&A. Fresh voices sparks excitement and deepen learning. Reflections and debrief sessions. Open-ended questions after each module. Ask, what was the most challenging part of this module? What's your biggest takeaway so far? Is there anything you still find unclear or confusing? Identify knowledge gaps. Now, these responses can highlight areas where your content or explanations might need more clarity. Instructor tip. Now, host a short debrief call on Zoom or in your community space. Reviewing and reflecting in real time helps solidify learning and offers instant feedback loops. Encourage goal settings. Action items. Have students commit to one action they'll take before the next module. For example, research 3 competitor products and list their strengths, weaknesses. Follow up in the next sessions or forum thread. Ask them about their progress. Accountability. Foster real-world application and keeps motivation high. Gather feedback. Pacing and platform. Ask if the course pace is comfortable or if certain tools, platform features are difficult to navigate. Content relevancy. Check if each module is meeting their expectation and if there are any gaps they'd like to be covered in future lessons. Why this matters. Being flexible and responsive to feedback enhances the overall experience and shows your students you value their input. Section 4. Stimulating participation when things get quiet. Personalized check-ins. Re-engagement emails. If a learner hasn't logged in or posted in a week or two, drop them a friendly note and ask how they are doing and whether they need extra support. Highlight course benefits. Remind them of the key outcomes they'll miss if they drop off. The community networking, as well the instructor feedback, hands-on practice, and much more. Easy interaction activities. Low-pressure prompts. Start a thread like, what's one win you've had this week? Or post a photo of your workspace. Short poll surveys. Ask simple questions like 1-2 questions posed about upcoming topics or preferences. Which format do you prefer for next week's live session? Show your support. Recognition and rewards. A shout out in the forum, a student of the week feature, or a small prize like a bonus resource can motivate learners to come out of the hiding. Now, positive reinforcement, even a simple great question or amazing insight, thanks for sharing, can go a long way. Engagement tip. Consistent, genuine appreciation builds trust and encourages lurking students to jump into the conversation. Section number 5, running Q&A sessions. Collect questions in advance. Pre-session submission. Use a Google form, a forum thread, or email prompts so students can submit their questions ahead of time, right? This helps you prepare more thoughtful answers, identify trends. If multiple learners ask similar questions, you know it's a hot topic or a point of confusion you can address in more depth. Stay on topic. Structured time slots. Allot time for each module's queries. If a question strays off topic, politely direct it to a different thread or promise a follow-up by email. Concise answers. Provide clear, direct responses. If a question requires an in-depth explanation, consider creating a short-long video or a written guide for extra clarity. Admit when you don't know. Build trust with honesty. No one can know everything, right? Let them know you will research the answer and share it later. Then make sure you do, right? Follow up, summarize the main points in the past session recap, share relevant links, and invite students to try out the suggestions and report back to you. Instructor hack. Now, create facts and resources, thread or document you update regularly, right? After each Q&A session, add the most helpful or common questions and their answers for new and exciting students' reference. Action steps. Craft your icebreaker activities. Write down 2-3 fun prompts or bio questions to help students feel welcome. Establish forum discussion guidelines. Set clear rules for respectful, constructive interactions. Decide on a policy for rule violation so everyone knows the boundaries. Plan topic-driven forum activities for each module. Brainstorm discussion questions or mini projects to keep learner engaged and tie content to real-life application. Prepare reflection and debrief questions. Create open-ended prompts for students to reflect on each module's key lessons or challenges. Encourage them to share personal wins or ask for peer feedback. Also, don't forget to develop polls and quizzes. Craft short targeted questions that reinforce essential concepts. Use a mix of multiple choices, open-ended, and image-based questions for variety. You can also schedule your Q&A session to decide how frequently you will hold them, maybe weekly, bi-weekly, or after each module. Gather question in advance to maximize the value of live or recorded sessions. Conclusion. Congratulations on completing Module 5. You now have a clear framework for creating a supportive, interactive learning environment that helps students stay focused and motivated. By sparking conversation, encouraging reflection, and offering real-time support, you will deliver a course experience that's both memorable and transformative. In Module 6, we'll dive into measuring your course success. That means learning how to gather and interpret student feedback, analyze engagement metrics, and continually refine your program for even better results. Until then, put these engagement strategies into practice and watch your student community come to life. You are well on your way to being an outstanding online course instructor. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you in Module 6, the final module.